Hello, glorious souls. Kel here with your Soul Service Astrology update for the 29th of August, 2022. Welcome. I am a 13-sign sidereal astrologer. That means that where I talk about where the planets are matches what you can observe in the sky. So the easiest way to remember is it's astronomy matching astrology. It's astrology referring to astronomy. And that enables you to get out your astronomy app and stargaze on a clear night and see which constellations you can see in the sky, depending on the season that you're in at your particular location. And that allows you to connect to that awesome expanse of sky. And that allows you to connect to that awesome feeling of awe. And that allows you to connect to a feeling of something, being part of something bigger and greater than us. And then that enables you to act more compassionately and more pro-environmentally, which I'm all about. So what I've just described there is a process that you can use to come back into connection with your environment. And I think that that's really important. That's why I believe astrology needs to reference what we can see in the sky, observe in the sky, the here and now in our time and place. That's what our ancient ancestors did. Multiple Indigenous cultures that have sky myths, and I'd say pretty much all of them do, were looking at the sky. They weren't looking at computer programs and referring to where things weren't and divining meaning. So let's get along with this week's astrology after my little ranty rant about sidereal astrology. There we go. That's Monday. Look, this week is actually, I've just had a look at the 29th of August, the incoming week, and it looks quite good, a bit more relaxing than last week. So first up on Monday, the T, you can still see the T-square action that was there from over the new moon, and we still aren't in the new moon in Virgo territory. So the new moon is still lingering on. So you've still got some time to set some new intentions. And it was a new moon in Leo. So you get to set those intentions around your creativity, bringing joy and play, perhaps into your career, work and business, perhaps allowing your desires to feed into your vision and your mission. Now, the main aspect is we've got Mars here on Monday square the sun. So square energy is an inattention. Mars energy in Taurus is your focus and your vitality is being called to look at your soil. Now, your soil is what comprises your life, the most important aspects of your life. We come from the soil, we return to the soil. So all our food comes from the soil, what we eat that constructs us is the soil. But what I'm also talking about is more metaphysical. Who is in your life? What are the activities you're doing in your life? What is the lifestyle that you're constructing this lifetime? And how does it make you feel? So there's quite a strong call at the moment for you to be focusing on that. So look back to May, because that was the new moon in Taurus. Pretty sure it was May or June was the new moon in Taurus. Look back. Did you focus in on your values? Did you focus in on what comprises your soil? And have you made changes? Because Mars is going to be in Taurus for quite some time. So what that suggests to me is there is a real strong focus of us getting really clear on our soils, not taking too much from the planet, not taking too much from our connections, not being energy vampires. Does anyone watch What We Do in the Shadows? Because I find that show hilarious, and there's an energy vampire in there. So we don't want to be energy vampires to people, and we don't want to be energy vampires to our soil as well, right? And our environment. Now, that could seem kind of all dull and boring to a sun that is wanting to really shine and express itself and be really creative. It doesn't want to think about the things that are supporting it. It just needs those things there to be supporting it. It needs those things to be there and know that that's why it's being creative, knowing that's why it's on purpose and it's fulfilling its passion. But sometimes the creator can go off and expand and shine and share all the beautiful things that the creator has, and it might be a bit scattered, and there might be this tension between, oh, is this really the direction that I want to be going in? So there's some energies for you to tap into in relation to that Mars square Sun energy. And it's there for a couple of days this week. So feel free to play with it. But the main question I have for you in relation to that aspect is, where are you feeling some inner tension? It may not necessarily be the things I've described, and that's okay. The point of soul service astrology is for you to feel into your experience. It's for you to observe your environment and to tap into the meaning that it gives you and you give it. That's what being an astrologer means in soul service astrology. Okay, so on Tuesday and Wednesday, the 30th and the 31st, you'll see there's another aspect here with Mars to Mercury. So Mars and Mercury are playing kind of a big role this week. And it's very interesting because Mars will go retrograde later in September. And Mercury will go retrograde. Now, I've got that right. No, Mercury doesn't go retrograde until late in October. And Mercury goes retrograde in early September. So we've got two planets where it's kind of, we've got this focus on these two planets, and they're going to go retrograde within the next couple of months. So Mars trine Mercury. Trine is an opportunity, if you choose to accept it, to surrender into ease and flow. And with the Mars qualities that I just spoke about, you get to surrender into the work that you did earlier in the year in relation to determining what was important for you and important for your lifestyle. And I'm talking about all components in your soil. You get to embrace that and get on and get stuff done easily, ticking things off the list. This is very Mercury in Virgo. So the question there is, embrace the work that you've already done, the skills that you have, embrace what you've already decluttered and cleared out of your soil. This will help you clear those inner tensions by going, actually, I did the work back then. Now I know what I need to focus on. And now I know what I need to get done, and I can get it done. Embracing the qualities of ease and flow and surrendering to those. So Tuesday, Wednesday has that similar energy. The square is still there and that's there. So if the inner tensions come up, and inner tensions might come up through resistance, procrastination, being afraid, being scared, perhaps there's negative self-talk, that's an inner tension. And to counter that inner tension, you can say, well, actually, make a list. This is Mercury in Virgo is very much lists, right? Make a list. These are the things that are most important to me. This is the work I have already done. Look at how fabulous I am. Look at the life I'm building for me and my family and my community and the collective. And now I just get to focus on what I need to do step by step. Yes, right? Bye-bye inner tensions. Bye-bye procrastination. All right, so then we move on to the 1st of September. See, I told you today this week wasn't as complicated as what last week was with the aspects. It's quite clean this week, nice and easy for me to explain. We have Jupiter in Pisces opposite Mercury. So here we go. We've got a focus on Mercury again. Now, Mercury is going to go retrograde on the 10th of September. Jupiter is our mystic. Well, no, sorry, Jupiter is not our mystic. Jupiter is our expansive and curious quality. It's our seeking quality. But in Pisces, it's wanting to really seek and be curious in our mystical nature. So there's this mystical component to us that's really curious and wanting to gain knowledge and perhaps explore different avenues in relation to what it means to you to be mystical, what it means to you to be spiritual. Now, there's a bit of competition here, a bit of infighting with the mind and logic. So this is not logic. up here. This is our mystical intelligence. This is connection to consciousness, receiving visions, our dreams, very much our dreams, what we hear, what we feel, what we know. And down here, you might have Mercury just going, is that really true? I don't know about that. I'll just go and find some more information that will help me either disprove that or find the evidence for it. So the challenge with this is to surrender, to ease and flow. Pisces loves to surrender. Now, on one side, you might be totally happy to embrace the mystical inquisitiveness at the moment and surrender to it and go deep into it. But then your logical mind's like, oh, it doesn't need me. I'll just check out. Or you're too much in your logical mind and you're not connecting with the mystic within you. So feel into where you are. Again, this is, I feel, of our age, a really important energy at the moment. These 3 planets have been in Pisces for quite some time, and we are in the age of Pisces from a 13 sign sidereal perspective, of course. So I feel like there is a collective awakening. We are called to come into our mystical intelligence. We are called to come back to fusing spirituality with science. That's what this opposition is. Can you bring your disparate ideas to the table and resolve the polarity between spirituality and science? Because neither is good and neither is bad. So there's the polarity. So feel into what that might mean for you. I'm certainly exploring that myself, but I really feel like we're collectively coming to a turning point with how we are as spiritual creatures, connected to consciousness, where we feel consciousness, what we believe consciousness is, where consciousness is within the animal kingdom and the plant kingdom and our connection to it. There's a kind of a shifting happening also in the religious space. So I really feel like there's an opportunity there for us to connect more with our environment, very Virgo qualities, very Taurus qualities, to connect with our earth home and feel what it needs from us and to support it as well as it supporting us, which is what it does. So those energies continue into the weekend. We basically have the square, the trine, and the opposition all the way into the weekend. So that's it for the week of the 29th of August. If you would like to hang out with me some more, I have a free Facebook group, Sidereal Stars with Kel. I do free energy evaluations in that group. I'll be doing at least one, but I'm going to try and maybe do 2 energy evaluations in the group, one on the new moon, one on the full moon. They're free. You've just got to come on live and say, yes, I would like to have my energy evaluated. And also, if you would like to support the creation of the Soul Service 2023 astrological planner, I'll pop that link down below as well. That's going to be a beautiful planner for 2023, mapped with the moon, the lunar months and the solar seasons. That's why it's starting in March 2023 and going to March 2024, so that we're capturing the solar seasons and then the 13 moons that happen across, the 13 new moons that happen across that period. I'm very excited about it because I feel like it's the first of its type, where it will be like a planner that you can use daily and you can see the sidereal moon and the main aspect. You can tap into that energy or learn how to interpret that a little bit yourself with some of the information that's going in the planner. And then you get to schedule the usual things that you would need to schedule, but there's also space for you to be creative and play and journal in there as well, which is what I like doing, which is why I'm really creating the planner. So if you'd like to support that planner, you can check out the links below. Have a glorious week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.